It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Wolverines' return team will have that offense backed up. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game. In a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They're trying to get to him. He's going to run it. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sidelines, will pick up a few before going out of bounds. And you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
So Washington's offense has its first opportunity of the day. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got his man in the middle. Oh, he got loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. To the ground with the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The inside handoff. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Try to get it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll go right back to him. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game. Those run plays add up, and they tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to put some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout the fourth quarter game.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. Quarterback adapted. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Trying to get to him. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with the score. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Morgan. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found. 18.
Take over.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Coleman, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Washington right back to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man on the right. Excellent job walking through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a really good-looking throw right there. And that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Handoff to the lone back. Still on his feet at the 45. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays when running backs being so good on the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Takes the easy completion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts. They'll try it again. Unloads it downfield. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Finds his man, it's Morris. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On second down, just keeps firing. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hand.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Yeah, it is, but my offensive line making me mad.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Fires to the big fella. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Floats it out in space. Jukes his way for more. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
My internet had died.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nor the quarterback could throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Orgy. Keeps looking downfield. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that is so tough. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flips it out in the flat. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Huskies want to move quickly. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. He caught it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off, he can make big plays, he can shoot some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Snags it. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can
Touchdown, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm over here focused.
I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
I'm focused, man. Just stop to holler at me, man.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that
no
ramps up the
touchdown.
pressure.
Wow.
Trying to pound their way in. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. He's going to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
He got it. Touchdown, Huskies. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Conway deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 20 to Old Dominion. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires and picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Hate this fucking
And it's
shit.
no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
That's why I hate the fucking kicking.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get out.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Orji. Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for them, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab, it's Moore. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Using the quick game. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Grab behind the line, it's Edwards. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
And that's back break. It's 4th down. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
WTF. Listen here. We got it like that, baby.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game, or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Sweet feet on the move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, that was a tight-ass game, bro. Appreciate it, bro. So we doing good, a little bit good on the recruiting tip. See, Oregon was Washington's chance of getting in the championship or getting in the playoffs, but they lost to Michigan State. But they can still get in if they also beat them too, and they can still get in if they stay the top team in the Big Ten. I believe they can make it. Y'all believe they can make it? Do you believe Washington can get in the CFP after moving on? Because let's look at the schedule. All right, we're going to take a look at the schedule that's left. Because I'm like, can they get up in there? Oh, I like this. See, Oregon dropped. And they're about to play Ohio State again. So they might drop again. You feel me? He wild as shit. So we beat Michigan. So all we got is Indiana. Oh, they're 3-3. USC, Penn State. Oh, okay. So we can beat Penn State and Oregon and get in. Cool. Do y'all think if we go on a rant from Iowa to USC and beat Penn State and Oregon, do you think we can get in the CFP? What are our chances? Okay, he say 99%. I think North Carolina, Texas, Michigan State, Miami, and Oregon has to lose for me to move up. That's what I'm saying. At Penn State and Oregon, I don't know, man. Like, you gonna try to pull it off. You talking about, I don't know, man. You the running back, bro. I mean, shit, we gotta have faith. Shit. Matter of fact, let's check your stats out. All right, tomorrow is the game of the week at Iowa. But after we get to Iowa, we're going to slow it down for a little bit and everything and slowly move through this shit. We're going to still get through it, but we're going to slowly move through this shit. But tomorrow we're going to get through Iowa. And after that, we're going to see what's next. But, man, I appreciate everybody for coming through, kicking it with the homie, man. I'm your host, Dirty Creek Sports, man. I'm your boy, DNYG, man. Peace and love, y'all. Can't forget that. And we out.